Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I'm going to talk about a few other things as well. And I'm going to start with this because I meant to ask this question in that previous video. 50 million or less. That's the precedent. No disgorgement. Largest penalty has been $50 million. So likely less than that, given the SEC is a regulator that trades in statements that are false, mischaracterized, and designed to mislead. How much do you think Ripple is going to end up paying the SEC? Here's my thoughts. I think 100 million. And that's if Judge Torres is feeling generous to the SEC. I think she's still going to come in way less because of the actions that she has seen that come from the SEC. But what are your thoughts? Put it in the comments section down below. This also happened. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried sentenced to 25 years in prison. Honestly, I thought he was going to get a lot less. I thought he was going to get like 5 to 10 years and then through appeal end up with something like 3 years or a slap on the wrist because of all his ties to the U.S. government. I guess Sam Bankman-Fried's friends in Washington left him out there to dry. But it's a good thing he's getting 25 years. Nobody will have to deal with him again until around 2050. Now, this is a great video. This guy talks about how there's going to be two options, Swift and Ripple. Take a listen.
We've seen customers show us product that they're doing developed on us saying they'll let their customer go onto their iPhone or Samsung phone or whatever and say, I want to move this amount of money. You can move it right now using Ripple for this cost, or you can move it in 4 days for that cost. The only thing is, for us, it's so much, for using Ripple, it's so much cheaper that the app was, we want them to do that to make us look, to show how great our service is. But I don't know if they'll really have banks. Right now, all of our customers are still doing both. They're still using Swift and they're using Ripple's products. So, I don't know, I think that's true, actually. I don't know if anyone's 100% on us. But I would expect we will have customers that are only using Ripple's products, and some people like the way the world is.
And that's what I was thinking all along. And I like the way that he said you're going to have an option to send a payment. So in that option, you're going to see Swift there, 3 to 4 days, and it's going to cost you $30. Or you could use Ripple, and the payment will process in a matter of seconds, and it'll be at a fraction of a penny. People will still use Swift, though. It's the same thing we're seeing right now with Ethereum. Think about it. Most of the people in the crypto space, they know Ethereum sucks, and nobody likes the gas fees. Yet people still continue to use it, even though there's much better, cheaper, faster networks out there. Same thing's going to happen as far as payments going on throughout the world. And I think over time, though, anybody that's smart enough to realize, hey, Ripple's going to make us way better than our competition. So we're going to go strictly with Ripple going forward. You're going to have those companies as well. Once the competition gets left behind, that's when they'll come around to Ripple. XRP spot ETF to be approved before Ethereum ETF. Valkyrie predicts. According to Valkyrie, there is a greater likelihood of an XRP spot ETF making it through the SEC cards than an Ethereum ETF. And I think they're right, especially now that the SEC is looking at ETH as a security. But, I never put any value on an XRP ETF anyway. I'm much more looking towards XRP's actual utility to drive the price of XRP. But hey, if value comes from an XRP ETF, then so be it. I'm happy either way. Russian crypto firm faces sanctions by the U.S. Treasury. So blockchain research firm Chain Analysis released a report analyzing two of the newly OFAC designated entities. NetX24, a Moscow-based fintech company that operates as a crypto exchange, and BitPapa, a peer-to-peer exchange that facilitates payments for Russian crypto businesses on OFAC's list. According to the report, both companies have facilitated significant transactions to sanctioned entities over the past 2 years. The company identified clusters associated with both services using on-chain data. So here we go again with the idea of crypto is only used to fund terrorists and fund wars and fund drug dealing and every other illegal purpose out there. It sets that narrative and it keeps that narrative going. Sol to be sued by the SEC Gov. The SEC only had to establish at least one of 13 named tokens is a security. However, the judge specifically used Sol as an example to corroborate with the SEC's arguments. Expect a long, painful journey for Sol holders. And you know, this is going to continue to happen. We don't have a path forward for crypto. We don't have crypto regulations. And this is why they are right now trying to fast track regulations. So this doesn't continue to happen. But it looks like Sol is going to have a long, drawn out problem with the SEC going forward. US and UK investigate $20 billion worth of Tether entering sanctioned Russia exchange. And here we go. You can't leave Tether out of the mix either. The US and UK are investigating $20 billion worth of USDT passing through the sanctioned Russian exchange Garantex. The $20 billion in Tether transactions could be the single largest flouting of sanctions against Russia since the start of the Russia-Ukraine war in February 2022. They are coming for Tether. It is going to happen eventually because they're trying to create the narrative around it right now. And they're trying to push that all as far as, listen, we can't have this stable coin operating like this. And it's all to advance USDC at the same time. US dollar has lost 25% of its purchasing power since 2020. Every $1 you had is now worth 75 cents worth of goods. And that is why inflation is where it is right now. And that's what needs to change. And you know, it's because they can't stop printing money. And listen to the arrogance on Brad Sherman.
Crypto bros make money literally by making money, and they've made over $1 trillion out of thin air. They'll accuse the U.S. government of making money out of thin air. Maybe we do, but we're the U.S. government.
And that's exactly why we are where we are at right now with inflation. And they still cannot stop spending. And that's why every single other country is working to pull away from the US dollar right now. Look what's going on with BRICS. US Department of Treasury is calling for a tokenized version of the dollar. And you know, the reason they're doing this is because they want to push towards a CBDC at the same time. This is part of the future of money and payments coming from the Treasury. Recommendation 1, advance work on a possible US CBDC in case one is determined to be in the national interest. Recommendation 2, encourage use of instant payment systems to support a more competitive, efficient, and inclusive U.S. payment landscape. Recommendation 3, establish a federal framework for payments regulation to protect users of the financial system while supporting responsible innovations in payments. Recommendation 4, prioritize efforts to improve cross-border payments, both to enhance payment system efficiency and protect national security. Every direction that the Treasury wants to go in has to do with payments. Where is Ripple pushing towards? Payments, cross-border payments, micropayments, domestic payments. And then you see at the same time, the US is pushing towards a CBDC. I'm telling you right now, the Fed is not going to announce a CBDC. It's going to come out through the Treasury. And that was part of their plan from day one. Why do you think they don't care that the current system is falling apart? They could care less. They want to push us into a new financial system. And once that happens, any XRP holder is going to get massively rich very fast. Interesting. UN slide. Payment tech in a political context cites Ripple. Ripple is a well-managed example. Bitcoin is not. As a private cryptocurrency. They call it crypto, but not XRP. Doc brings together crypto and other methods like mBridge. And you see, they mention Ripple right here as a well-managed example. They want to make sure that once they tie crypto into the payment scheme, that the cryptocurrencies that they're tying in can actually do the job that they're built for, the use case that they're built for. And that's why we're starting to see everything transition all throughout 2024. The world is ready for faster, cheaper, and more secure payments. Ripple being adopted by the 15 largest banks in the world. People are not telling you this because they want you out. Know what you hold. Everybody is telling you what you're holding right now when you're holding XRP. But people can't get over the fact that XRP isn't skyrocketing in price right now. You know, if you look at XRP and you look at what it's built for, there's no reason XRP should not be sitting at least $5 right now. I still think it should be much higher, $10, $15, just based on everything that we know. But right away, people will say, well, no bank is going to utilize XRP. That whole narrative is bullshit because they're already telling you that the banks are going to utilize XRP as we push ahead. All we're waiting on is regulations. XRP Ledger AMM hotfix released 24 hours ago in Ripple 2.1.1 is in activation and will be activated on April 11th. So we got to wait until April 11th for the AMM once again. People are saying that's too much time and they need to push it out way ahead of that. We don't even know what kind of value is going to come from that AMM yet. I'm expecting gradual upward movement from the AMM over time. And I think we will definitely see value come from it. But you know, as every time I make a video, I show the payment rails. I show the narrative that they're trying to create, whether it be the US government or the UK or the EU, around sanctions and Russia. It's all a distraction, and it all creates a narrative around crypto at the same time. Why is that narrative there? Because it falls in with them having to fast track crypto regulations. We got to get this done right away. Look what's going on with Russia. We need those regulations to happen right now. And that's the narrative they're pushing. Once those regulations come, we're going to be left with a handful of cryptocurrencies. You're an XRP investor. Just stay patient for a little while longer and stay positive so we could all get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.